All right, everybody. This is just going to be a video of my trapping season is completely over, so I just want to do a little video of what I do when I put the traps away. I'm going to show you. I've had a lot of questions of people asking me how I wax dirt during the season. You know, when it's not hot outside, there's no sun. I do it in here. I have this little setup here with this little barrel. I have another video of it doing wax dirt out on my deck last year, but I'm going to show you how I do it here in my garage. I just want to show you how I put the traps away. I have them all in here. After I got them I pulled them all out of the field. I put them on my hangers, just like this. There's 6 on each hangers. There's 5 dozen traps in there. But I took them to the car wash, pressure washed them all off. I don't want any of that calcium chloride or anything left on them. No mud, no dirt, no nothing. Get them all cleaned up. Then I brought them in here. The tarp wasn't here. This is just for the wax dirt, but brought them in here, laid them on the garage floor, shook them for a couple days. I sprayed, pressure washed this tote out because this is what I put the clean traps in at the beginning of the season after I dip them. But left them in here on the floor of the garage, shook them every couple days, had the heater going, fans going, until they were completely dry. And I had this tote tipped upside down to where it was completely dried out. And then I put them back in here. Like I said, they're 6 to a hanger. They're all in here. They're nice and dry. And that's the way they're going to stay. They're all pressure washed. They're all clean. There's nothing, you know, so there will be no moisture in there, no rust when I go to take them out. And then this year, before trapping season, probably at least a month before I get ready to start trapping again, I'll go ahead and I'll pull them out of there, and I'll dip them like I did last year. I didn't video it, but I think I will video it this year. I'll dip them. I use the speed dip. I do them right on the hanger, 6 at a time, hang them up outside, and I leave them outside until it's the first day of trapping season. Then I take them and I put them in this tote where it's clean and no odor, and they don't, you know, as soon as they come out of this tote, they go on the ground, and they don't go back in that tote till the end of the season, or you know, I mean, I don't put a dirty trap back in here if there's clean traps in here. I don't want to contaminate anything, but that's how I keep them clean. That's how I store them for the summer. We'll get to this here. I'm going to show you how I do this wax dirt. I'm hoping that you can see this. I got 5 gallons of wax or dirt here, dry dirt. So what I do, pour it out on the tarp. I'll put that dry dirt on the tarp. I'll rake it all out. Now this is 5 gallons. This is very dry dirt. I got this underneath a bridge during the season, and I put it on a tarp in my basement, put a fan on it. Like I said, I had more wax, more dirt. I could have done more, but the weather got to me. I had enough. So I'll rake that out like that. I have 3.3 pounds of wax here. It comes in a 5-pound bag. You can get it from any trapping supply. They say that 1 pound of wax will do 1.5 gallons of dirt. So that's what I'm going by. Before when I was waxing dirt, I was doing 2.5 pounds per 5 gallons. And it seemed to be working all right. But I did have an episode with 1 bucket of wax dirt this year that I don't know. I think I just didn't get it hot enough. But so now you get, you know, it comes in 10-pound bags for 5 pounds. So I'm getting 3 buckets for 10 pounds of wax. That's how I just came up with that. 3.3. I can get 3 buckets with 10 pounds of wax. And it worked great this year. Once I got it all figured out, but I didn't have any problems with the wax dirt. Mix it all up like that. Get it all mixed up. All right. So then what I'll do is I'll scoop this up, put it in the bucket. So by now it's very well mixed. So I'll turn you back on. I'll get the heater or I'll get the cooker going. I hope you can see me. I'll get the cooker going and I'll show you how I heat it up. But I'll get this all in the bucket and then I'll turn you back on. All right, everybody. I got this wax and dirt all mixed up real good. I'm gonna put half that bucket in there. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the lid on. All you gotta do is find you a little metal barrel like this with something that'll hold the lid on. I've seen other videos where I seen Jeff Dunlap. He had a video where they did it in roaster pans on top of his heater in his shop, in his shed. So, I mean, anything like this, you just don't want to let it sit there too long. I don't have that up real high. The flame is just barely, is just touching the bottom. Don't have it real high. It just needs to get that heat inside of it. And then I take it off every once in a while, you know, and just get it moved around. So it's not sitting all in one spot. And I'll put it on, and that's all I do. And then, and I'll know, you'll see when it's hot enough. I'll take this lid off, and once it gets to where it's really melting that wax, I mean, I'll roll it and mix it real good, and then I'll pour it out on this tarp to let it cool, and then I'll rake it out. But I'm going to do this in 2 steps because I'm going to do half a bucket at a time. All right, everybody, I want to show you what this looks like. I've been rolling this around a little bit at a time, and you can see it's getting dark. It almost looks like it's almost like a wet texture to it. So what I'm going to do now, I'll set you back up here, and it is ready now. You don't want to go too long because you can scorch this, and your dirt will smell like burnt dirt, and it'll be hard. You won't get nothing. But when it gets to that point, like I said, I've been rolling it back and forth and mixing it quite a bit, and then, you know, and then once it gets to that where it looks like that, you can tell that wax is completely melted. You really want to, really want to get it mixed up, and just keep rolling it. And yeah, I mean, you can tell, I can tell that is perfect right there. So what I'm going to do, make sure you got gloves on because this is hot. I'll pour it out on this tarp. Okay. Turn you back around here. I'll put the other half a bucket in there. Let this start heating up. With this lid sinks down on here like this, it's kind of like an oven. Kind of, you know, it's kind of like an oven. So, got this all dumped out here. I'll rake it out. I mean, I can tell that is thoroughly mixed. You can tell it's darker than it was to start with. I don't see any flakes of wax. I mean, it's completely melted into the dirt and completely mixed. And you'll start to get these little clumps as it cools. But I just leave it on this tarp and keep raking it, and they just go away. So, and like, I'll keep mixing that other, or rolling that other one and get it to this state. See, there's some clumps there, but they all break up. That means you got it good and mixed. That means your wax is mixed with your dirt, and when it's cooling, that's what it does. Hope you can see that. Hope I didn't have the camera turned too far. But anyway, I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. I'll keep rolling it around and stirring it, and once it gets to looking like that, I'll dump it out and I'll mix them both together, and we'll have 5 gallons of waxed dirt. I'll let it cool here. I'll probably just leave it cool on the tarp overnight, and then I'll rake it up and put it in the bucket. This will be for next year, but it'll last till next year. It'll be fine. Really want to thank you all the people that have asked me how I wax dirt. I'm glad you asked, because this is how I do it. Last year I went through 15 buckets of waxed dirt on my line, and it wasn't enough. I still ran out. So this year, one of my buddies said, let's have a waxed dirt party this summer. So we're gonna get a bunch of dirt and a bunch of wax. Wax is expensive, I do know that, but we're gonna have a waxed dirt party, and we're gonna do probably 20 buckets of waxed dirt this summer and have it ready to go. But I appreciate everything you do for my channel by supporting me and watching. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. I promise you it does not cost you a cent, but if you're a young trapper and this is the things that you need to learn, it could be priceless that you could learn something like this for waxing dirt. I'm gonna mix this real quick and then I'll end this video, but just want to show you. You can hear it steaming, actually. But that just means, you know, it's getting hot in there. So, and I'll just keep doing that every once in a while. I'll roll that around until it gets to the right consistency. Then I'll pour it out there and rake it up and let it cool. Appreciate y'all for watching. I really do. I really do. I need some watch hours. I hate to ask this of you because I got a lot of great supporters, but if you could, please watch a couple videos, watch them at full length, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. I'm very close to getting monetized. The support has been great, and I would really appreciate it. Just make sure you watch a whole video and give me a comment, and that's going to help me immensely, and it's all going to work out. So I'll get this done. Thanks for watching. Good luck with everything.